Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Songs of Shadilay podcast. As always, I am Bezic, and tonight I am joined by resident degenerate and artist Trim, and the token Swede Tosti, who was the genius who created the server.
Hello, I'm lazy and stupid. That's why I haven't been on here anymore. Before, I mean.
Yep, and we will have that oil guy joining us soon-ish. Right, so, on today's episode of the Boomer Report, fucking Carl, who let him near the server in?
Yeah, I got a point there.
Yeah, so, severe technical issues, goodness knows what happens to them. I have to wonder if they were getting DDoSed or something. Like, you'd think Cloudflare would sort that out.
But you never know. I usually say this. Technology is 90% logic, 10% magic. Which is why it works most of the time.
Yeah.
I suspect Vicky was sleeping on the job today. I mean, she's the one on Boomer Watch, right?
I think it's John that's on Boomer Watch, isn't it? Yeah. Student History has it exactly right. The fucking podcast of the Boomer Eaters.
Devours the boomers.
We've just had a telegram message from the Lotus Eaters. Let's see, we are aware today's podcast livestream had technical issues. We'll be uploading our recording instead so people can catch up with it. Thanks for your patience and understanding. We really appreciate it. Yes. Good. Because there was no way any of those recordings would work. Okay. So, apparently there is a company called Diversity Inc.
Oh, I hate it already.
Yeah. I agree with you.
Now, since we haven't seen the Lotus Eaters, I have no idea what this thing is about, but I'm going to take a guess and say that it is a massive con job. Just like everything else to do with the whole diversity industry.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised.
Me either. It's like, it is pretty damn obvious what it is. And most shit about that, it's always gonna be a grift.
Yeah, it's kind of embarrassing, isn't it?
Ooh, perfect. Can I read this?
Okay.
So, diversity has become a booming business. So where are the results?
$4 million mansion in Beverly Hills?
Hey, do you notice that that the chairs are higher the paler the color?
Oh, okay,
and of course, the more men.
Yep.
A black woman is down at the bottom, of course.
Okay, you know, I can actually respect the smart design in that, but I don't agree with her politics. But I can respect the design is pretty good.
I mean, it's not at least they're kind of subtle about it because you don't notice it unless you start staring at the chairs.
Though they should do it the other way around because usually they go from left to right in those kind of charts. But you know.
I mean, they go from left to right in a lot of cases.
Yeah, so let's have a look at what this article is. Okay, by Pamela Newkirk, who is the author of Diversity Inc., The Failed Promise of a $1 Billion Business.
Yeah.
Hello, guy.
Oh, hello.
Your mic is very windy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's driving cars. He does charity.
Let me turn the air. I am not doing charity work today. They can go and get fucked. I have taken the excellent executive decision to go to the pub. So I'm just I took my mother out for lunch because I'm a good boy.
That's good.
Yeah, I'm a good boy. I normally take her for breakfast on a Friday, sort of brunch. But today I took her for lunch. I had a very excellent chicken katsu. And now I took her home and they're driving back to my house. I'm going to get a couple of cigars, a couple of choice Cuban cigars, and I'm going to head to my local artisan pub and drink some excellent soapy real ales and and talk to you guys. That's my plan.
Sounds like
Sounds
a
like
good
a
idea. if you
bloody
ask
good
me.
plan.
It is hot. It is 25.5 degrees in Aberdeen.
Ooh, that's a good temperature.
That sounds
that-
cold.
That
was
that
Australian.
there are children running around on fire here. It's
Nice.
this
Is
is
that
not-
He should be.
Is that the heat of the oil industry?
this is end of the world hot in Aberdeen at the minute.
I mean, it's a good summer's day in Norway, so it once again proves that Scots are pansies. They can't handle hot nor cold.
It's fucking hot here.
That's fair. More reason to drink a cold one. Perfect
Yeah.
excuse.
Yeah, that's all. Yeah.
Hey, Pesek,
Yes.
I saw on the Times article that they apparently had Gucci apparently made a sweater that appeared to have blackface. Can we get a picture of that?
What?
Let's
Oh,
see.
I remember that one.
Let's see if we can find
That
the
was ages ago.
blackface sweater
Yeah. Look for the
in
article
February,
first, I think.
apparently.
Yeah, maybe they have it in the article. Look first.
I
Oh, they
remember,
wouldn't show that.
Oh, that's true. They probably would.
I remember it. I definitely remember this when it happened. It's quite a long time ago, actually.
Okay, so it
Oh,
looks absolutely nothing like blackface, but it looks fucking stupid to start with.
Well, it's Gucci. Of course, it's
Gucci
stupid.
jumper.
Oh my god!
That's embarrassing. Someone paid money to somebody to design that.
And somebody paid money to buy it, probably.
I love it.
And that's
I
even more
love it.
embarrassing.
It is so retarded. I love it.
Can we say retarded?
Sorry?
Can we say retarded?
Well, we just did twice.
We just
now,
did,
so
so.
Okay.
I mean, as long as we don't say any of the two F words. No, wait, the F word and the N word. You know, the one who rhymes with
No
Yeah.
power
and
words.
years,
Yeah, that's good, that's good.
and the one who is actually a bundle of sticks.
Yeah.
Yes.
I should be able to say that since I'm bisexual, but you know, I guess I'm not oppressed enough. I'm white, you know, so.
You're a white Swede, so not
Yeah.
even oppressed. Not even
Yeah.
That's
oppressed.
true. That's
You're
true.
a cis white
Hey.
male. That's the most evil
Yeah.
thing since the straight white male.
Yeah.
But I'm literally not. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah. Anyway, back to the article, I guess.
The poorly written article that's basically a propaganda piece. Yep.
Yeah.
Is
So-
there any other thing from them?
Probably not.
Yeah. So
But
apparently.
wait a second.
Yeah?
It isn't a gay white male standard. It isn't gay white male normal for Sweden. Isn't the straight white male the less likely?
Don't ask
Well,
questions.
actually, lately, all the straight white dudes in Sweden has come to Norway,
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
and since
They're
they,
taking your jobs,
sponsors-
Trim.
No, they're not taking their jobs. We're making them honorary Norwegians.
Yeah.
Because they're not a bunch of, bundle of sticks.
Yeah. So, apparently, the communists over at Gucci hired a global diversity czar, who's African American, of course, and vowed to create multicultural scholarships and a more diverse workforce. Cool, so they're going to fire all the white people.
Yeah.
That they had quite a diverse workforce as it was. I mean, those sweatshops aren't full of white kids.
I didn't know straight people worked for Gucci. I didn't know there were straight men in the fashion industry in general. Maybe that's their
Successful,
issue.
So you would have.
Well, the
I
one
mean,
straight,
it's successful, so you would assume there are some.
I mean, the one straight guy who was in fashion was the guy who made that Veronica's Secret thing, and he offed himself from a bridge, from what I heard. Or got
I
off.
think there's
I
quite
don't
a
remember.
few. Quite a few. I mean, Alexander McQueen, I think he's straight, isn't he? Memory serves, maybe not. Somebody will be able to correct us. Somebody will correct us in the chat without.
Let's hope so.
Yeah.
Hello,
So-
student. Hello, Cap. Nice to see you again, by the way.
We really should be using the chat more to do the work.
Yeah.
That is the Lotus Eater's way, after all.
Works
Oh.
for me.
It's called interaction. It boosts the podcast.
Yeah. Also,
so-
I just wanna say, hello, student. We met in the chat during Arch Warhammer's live stream.
Nice.
Nice
Yeah.
choice. Anyway,
Also,
so
I
No,
didn't
go
see
ahead.
any of the. I didn't see the Lotus Eaters podcast today because I was busy and also apparently it wasn't working very well. So.
yeah,
Yeah,
don't worry,
it's
no one
Yeah.
did.
No one saw it. Not even Carl.
All right. Okay. Yeah.
Hello,
So,
Billy Blocks.
Burberry announced similar efforts after it showed a hoodie that looked like a noose the same month, and Prada did the same in 2018 after it then unveiled a line of figurines that also resembled blackface. Man, they just can't get away from being racist, can they?
No, but let's take a look at the words they're using. Looked like, resembled.
Yeah.
So it's not those things.
No. You see, the truth is what you see and what you make it.
Yes. I,
Yes.
for instance, am looking at a cloud right now.
That's not a cloud. That is sarin gas
No, it's-
going
it's-
towards you, wanting to kill you.
No, it's lovely. It's big. It's white. It's impressive. It's one might say supreme. It's definitely
It's powerful. It's powerful in its
It's
appearance.
it's currently BTFOing the darker clouds around it. So read into that way. Whatever.
Yeah, but that's always been something interesting to me. It's the fact that they need to preface it with "it looked like" or "it seemed to be,"
Well, yeah, because that makes
because
it,
otherwise they can't do anything.
Well, if they make it opinion, you can't sue them. If they
Yes.
say this is blackface, Gucci can sue them and say no, it's not blackface, but appears to be blackface, cannot be sued. I mean, that's how virtually all news articles and shows now are not news; they're opinion pieces.
Yeah, pretty much.
And by
Yeah,
making them opinion pieces, pretending to be news, they can't be sued.
Didn't New York, whatever the fuck, get BTFO'd by a judge for that recently, though? When the based lads over at Project Veritas sued the crap out of them?
Exactly. But they
don't-
said they made the mistake of saying something, sort of factual. If you say this is, then they can sue you. If you say this looks like, or this may be, or I think this, you can't be sued. You can't be sued for your private opinion.
Yeah, their big mistake was also going on a news site and not having it under editorials or opinion pieces, and then going, oh, it's opinion piece, and the judge is like, no, it looks like a news article, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, the news companies over the years have perfected the skill of making an opinion appear to be news.
Well,
That's how they did all this Trump Russia shit.
Yeah. Well, they got really good at that. Then, because all the good copy editors were straight white men, they fired them all, and now they're shit again. So they're making all these dumb mistakes. Yes, Billy Blogs. They use wizard words to avoid being sued.
Yeah, I think, I don't know if it's that. I think they've just become very lazy because no one's taken them to task on anything. It's like they're easy to BTFO now because they're under the impression that everyone's on their side. So they've just become more bold. You see it all the time. You see it everywhere.
It's embarrassing.
Yeah, that's what happens when you when you're a racist, basically, and don't hire based on what they can do. Yeah, exactly.
Whoa. Oh my god, did you just assume that we should do the most racist thing and pretend that's not racist? Oh my god.
I'm sorry, I'm leaving the show. It's been nice. I'm shutting down the Discord server. I'm shutting down our
what
lives.
kind of Swede
I'm sorry.
are you? What kind of Swede are you?
A horrible one.
Yeah, I mean, you could always become an honorary Norwegian. Though. I can give you that.
Oh, thank you, Trim.
You will have to take 2 inches off your penis, though.
Or you could take a 4 and be a Scot.
God, yeah.
I'll
But
think
then
about
again,
it. We'll
Oiled
see.
is an honorary Norwegian, so he has instantly grown 2 extra inches when he came to Norway.
That's true. Yeah. I'm not an honorary Norwegian. I've spent
You're an
enough time
honorary
there
one.
to be.
I gave you the
I've spent,
title.
I've spent enough time there to be a Norwegian.
Yeah, honorary.
I spent as much time as a normal Norwegian spends in Norway. As little as possible.
What, 5 years?
No, as little as possible.
It depends on the average Norwegian. There's a lot of those. Depends
Well,
on which end of Norway.
Well,
If you're in
to
East
get
Norway,
to get the smallest tax is possible as well. Maybe.
then you're in the north, but they're pretty
Oh,
chill.
wow.
Then you have
This is
the
interesting.
Western Norwegians. Again, they're pretty okay where they are. Eastern Norwegians apparently hate being where they are and just want to fly everywhere.
I'm not sure what I'm looking at here. Give me a second. Oh dear.
I think Trim's just forcing Norwegian.
I've just seen a very manly person in a bikini walking down the street.
A manly person in a bikini?
Very manly.
How dare you be so transphobic?
As well, manly enough that I can tell whether he's been circumcised
Oh God!
through his bikini. Oh,
You
her
need
bikini. Sorry, her bikini.
it's.
Oh
I mean her.
dear. This is the problem, Matt.
Zir.
Like I'm saying, it's properly hot here, and people are already going absolutely fucking mental.
I just have the worst mental image right now, and oh my God.
You've got I've just seen it. Jesus.
I know. So you have to go take a fucking drink. God, man.
I'm working
Save
on it.
yourself.
I'm working on it right now.
That oil guy was later found having crashed into a traffic pole, wanting to end his suffering after seeing that masculine bikini.
Just
Written
drive.
in blood is like, was not a woman.
Just drive straight into the.
Yeah, the final words would be like, "I saw it. It was not beautiful."
I'd never be able to get over the embarrassment of having crashed in this piece of shit car.
He saw it was a
Like-
botched circumcision.
If I was found in, I wouldn't want anyone to find me in this situation. Oh God, what have I done?
So, in 2003, companies were spending $8 billion a year on diversity efforts. But since Trump's election,
Trumpism!
Frothing at their mouth as the orange man just hangs above them, being like...
And with the emergence of movements like Me Too and Black Lives Matter, but only when the police shoot them, the industry has exploded. In 2019 survey, 234 companies in the S&P 500 found that 63% of the diversity professionals had been appointed or promoted to their roles during the past 3 years. Fucking Jesus.
That's too much. But hey, I mean, they need to embezzle money somehow.
It really does sound like money laundering, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's almost as good as producing art.
Modern art is not art.
I mean, I made one kind of art personally,
Yeah. You make good art. The good kind.
I'm moving into the Hunter Biden. I'm taking his art class next year because I really have been paying too much tax. So.
Yeah.
I mean, I just finished my greatest piece and Oiled has it, so. He'll owe me money for that, by the way. No, I'm kidding.
That is all joking aside, that is a thing of fucking beauty.
Thank you. I worked hard.
I mean, you might as well just kill yourself now.
Yeah, I've already done so. I've actually done it. It's just that necromancy brought me back because one of my friends was like, "You're not allowed to die yet."
It's very unlikely that you'll ever do anything as significant again in your life. So.
Yeah, I know. That's why I take extreme amounts of medications and drugs now. I just do fill the void.
Yeah, welcome to my life.
Thank you. I now know how it is to be a Swede. What?
Yeah, you live like a Swede in Norway. How does it feel?
I'm burning up
like
from
this.
within. It's like a
You live
vampire
like a
stepping out in sunlight.
That's
Yeah.
quite the slagging. You live like a Swede.
Yeah.
Oh god. That if
Filthy
somebody
animal.
actually someone told me that would physically hurt me.
Yeah.
You
So,
dirty Swede.
Yeah.
So, in March 2018, the job site Indeed reported that postings for diversity and inclusion professionals had risen 35% in the previous 2 years, which is significant considering that Indeed's absolute dog shit.
Yeah. Hey, can I get paid for what? For doing nothing? Sure.
God, I wish I could do that.
Yep. Well, as they go on to say after they just waffle bullshit about all the stuff that they're doing to screw people over. From the well-compensated diversity consultants and SARs. Why not? I don't think you know what SAR means. 2, well-compensated for what? Telling you to fire all the white people and to let the black people get away with murder? I mean, fuck.
Totally reasonable.
It's not murder. It's peaceful stabbings and friendly shootings. Mostly friendly shootings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then they go on to complain about how they're not equal despite being free. Diversity is not flourishing. People of colour, yeah, the vaguest term they could come up with, who make up nearly 40% of the US population. Okay, do you include Irish people or something? Remain acutely underrepresented in most influential fields. From 2009 to 2018, the percentage of black law partners inched up from 1.7 to 1.8%. That's awfully racist to say that black people can't pass the bar.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if we're gonna use their view now, they are completely unable to do anything unless they're helped by the mighty whitey. Their words, not mine. Who knew said lefties were so base, huh?
Yep, and they go on to warn that people of colour held about 16% of Fortune 500 board seats in 2018. Okay, and what do you want to do about that? Oh, just randomly select black people from the street to take those jobs?
Just the first random black guy you can find. Preferably a woman.
Yep.
Or find a dude, give him lipstick, and make him call himself a woman.
Yeah, just imagine what George Floyd could have done if he was actually a Fortune 500 owner.
Or lipstick.
Better quality drugs.
Lips.
Yeah, exactly.
He could be really good for breathalyzers.
Yeah.
Oh wait, he can't use them.
Yep, so apparently in the top 200 film releases of 2017, minorities account for 7.8% of writers, 12.6% of directors, and 19.8% of lead roles. And?
Okay, sounds
They're
fancy.
not rich, therefore it's racism.
Of course. It's not this, therefore racism. The ultimate math.
Sounds reasonable.
Yep.
It's basically the BLM logic of looting. I don't have a TV, therefore racism.
Therefore, I can burn, pillage, shoot, and wreck so much shit as I want to.
Yeah.
He says while holding his iPhone and wearing Nike Air Jordans.
Yes.
Yes.
Hey, they're not. I don't know. I don't know.
I suppose it probably doesn't count if you looted the Jordans.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
And the iPhone.
Probably,
Yeah.
That's probably the problem. If you looted the Jordans, they don't count as well. Oh, wait a second. Hang on a second. I've just thought of something. If the items that you loot don't count as personal wealth, then what have we got to pay reparations on?
True.
Yeah, exactly. We didn't kidnap anyone, we just looted them.
Yeah.
if you-
Actually, we just bought the loot from other people, so technically, we have been swindled.
Can we use the AOC defense then? People are looting because they need to eat.
Yeah, that works.
Yeah.
We took.
They
took the
really
slaves
need
'cause
to eat those Air Jordans.
We needed that cost. We needed the fields to open the cotton picks, right?
You
When
got
I
10
was
black
a
people.
little bitty
Labor
baby, my
up
mama would
5%.
rock me. Cotton fields back home. Sorry, I couldn't help it. I like that song,
Don't worry.
actually. I like it for many reasons. And one of them is exactly what you think.
Of course it is.
So, in 2017, 81% of full-time professors at degree-granting post-secondary schools were white, while just 3% were Hispanic and 4% were black. I don't know,
Oh
is
my
that...
God.
So, okay. And what percentage of graduates are Hispanic or black? Oh, you don't mention that. Funny that. Maybe it just goes to show that the black people and the Hispanic people who graduate from your stupid bloody school go out and get real jobs instead of being academics.
Yeah. I mean, why wouldn't they?
I mean, that would
Oh,
be
well.
effort. That would be effort.
Well, but because they, presumably because unlike leftists, they care about their families, they want to go out and earn money to support them. Leftists don't give a shit about that. They'll just sit in their pathetic university job for the rest of their lives and grow old until they're eaten by their cats.
Yeah, that actually happened, didn't it?
Good.
Probably.
Were they still alive?
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah, so they go on to whine about how there's laws against, racial discrimination. Though the 1960s saw the introduction of affirmative action policies intended to address the history of slavery followed by centuries of discrimination against people of colour, citation needed, decades of legal challenges have undermined these measures. Good.
Citation needed.
Since 1978, for example, Regents of the University of California v. Back has prohibited institutions from using racial quotas or other remedies to address past discrimination. No,
how horrible.
it's not got nothing to do with past discrimination, you fucking slimy cunts. It's like, yes, you're prohibited from using racial quotas. Racism? How would they...
We need... Basic. We need more black people, okay? Just throw out Trim and me, and it'll be perfect, okay?
Yeah. Or no, wait, no. I identify as trans race. There. I identify as trans black. It's good.
Trans black woman of color, lesbian.
Okay, I'm not going that. Well, lesbian, yes.
Lesbian,
I'm not
Muslim with a disability.
Yeah.
Well,
Like-
we have all pretty much figured out that the come on, get the fuck out of here, kitty. What the fuck was it? The transition of my gender and race has left me scarred and deformed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And ginger.
Oh, half ginger. I have a soul. It's okay.
Hey, Walker.
Yeah, no. It's a benefit that my ginger brethren do not have, and I intend to keep the divide.
Yeah. But I still say one drop rule. So
Yeah, exactly.
you get the chipper with the pedos.
No.
Yep.
You're not putting me along with those.
Straight in the chipper.
Nah, not the chipper. Let me at least catch.
You-
Set
you-
me on fire. Set me on fire.
No, you get to go head. It's okay. You get to go head first.
Okay,
Oh, okay.
Look,
But
I'm
hey,
okay,
okay,
with
first of
getting a
all,
new
first of all,
shipper for him.
Can I throw people in the chipper first?
Sure.
Yeah,
Thank
we need slave labor to do the work for us. We're not gonna do it. Jeez.
No,
No,
gingers can do the slave labor. I want to
Yeah.
die with some sense.
No, the gingers die first.
I don't want to.
Well, I'm half ginger, so I go last. I have privileges. I'm white, remember?
There are quite a lot of Muslim gingers, you know.
Yeah, actually, there's a
From
few.
all the rape and pillage.
Statistically speaking, gingers are most likely to join ISIS.
That is
Well,
actually true. That's legitimately
yeah.
true.
Yeah.
Wasn't this Scottish
It's-
dude who were that
It's because of the isolation and stuff they suffer through as children.
Of course.
Yeah, they did like a full, like deep study on this. It's
Yeah, but they're such pussies. Oh
Yes,
no, I'm
which
being
is why they
isolated. I'm gonna
join
join a
ISIS.
terrorist organization. Fucking pansies.
well, what I say is it just goes to show that we're correct about gingers.
Oh yeah. I condemn gingers as well. I mean, Hitler also had part Jew in him, and he. I'm not finishing that.
No, probably best just leave that one as it is.
We'll let that one be, and we can just talk about it when we're not streaming.
I'm getting a bit hungry, so I think we're gonna go get some food. But I will see you guys later. And nice meeting you, stream chat.
Later, Tossing.
You guys have a good one.
Bye bye. Good guy, Tulsi.
So, the evil whites now claim that they are being disenfranchised as others are afforded undue advantage. No, we don't claim that. It's blatantly provable.
Fact.
Yep. 2017 NPR poll found that 55% white Americans believe that white people are discriminated against. You're literally saying black and minority ethnic.
That's interesting as well, because if it's 55% of Americans, that means that quite a few left Americans think that's true as well.
Yes, which is really interesting. Though
Although not surprising.
I would wonder how the question's phrased, though, because the leftists probably believe it's a good thing. It's like, it's true, but it's a good thing.
It's about time we were put in our place.
Yeah.
God, there's nothing I hate more than white guilt. There it is, but... Yeah.
I mean, it's a concept that I find difficult, because I have no guilt for anything, let alone being white.
I mean, I feel guilt, but I don't feel guilt for being white.
If I punched you in the face and stole your girlfriend, I wouldn't feel guilty.
No.
I'm certainly not going to feel guilty about something my grandfather did, or great grandfather did. And to be totally honest, Chad. So, you know. If my grandfather BTFO'd your grandfather, fuck you. That's what I say. Your grandfather shouldn't have been such a pussy then, should he?
Amen.
Yep.
Yeah, so...
Maybe you should have invented boomsticks.
Maybe they should have invented the concept of metal.
Yeah. Exactly.
So
Anyway.
Our resident lying leftist then goes on to abuse white people some more. So, after saying that 55% of white Americans believe that white people are discriminated against, tellingly a lower percentage said they had actually experienced discrimination. The fuck does that mean? Tellingly a lower percent had actually experienced it. You don't have to experience something yourself to know it's true.
I, for instance, have not suffered white on black racism, but I'm aware that it exists.
I, for example, have not been caught in a volcanic eruption, but I am aware that they can happen.
Yeah. Based.
Yeah. They also say a lower percentage, so what was that lower percentage? 54%? My assumption, anytime they don't give you the number, is that they're lying about it.
I even doubted when they give you the number.
Yeah. Moreover, renewed calls for diversity are playing out against resurgent white nationalism, a rise in bias crimes, and a president who has denigrated Mexicans, Muslims, and blacks, among other groups. So that's 3 lies in a row.
Yeah.
A rise in
I'm
bias
surprised it's only
crimes.
3. Honestly, I was surprised it's only 3 in a single breath, though.
But what the fuck is a bias crime? Is it a hate
Nepotism, I
crime?
guess?
Because
I think it's nepotism.
possibly, but let's say that it's similar to a hate crime. Okay, who's doing it? Is it black people attacking Asians? Also, Oil, we can hear whatever the fuck's going on in the background on your end.
A robot.
Yeah.
Jeez. Dun, 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 dun.
Okay, Trim, let me know when Oil's audio's working again.
Yeah, I'll tell you. It's still
Right.
roboting.
So, although the worsening racial climate appears to power the diversity industry, yes, and who's causing the worsening
he's
racial
back.
climate? Is it the leftists that are causing the racial resentment?
Repeat that, please. Repeat that, please.
We don't have him, huh?
Who's...
Oh, there he is. He's talking.
Oh, sorry, I was ordering
Yeah.
drinks.
Yeah. Get you mute yourself next time, please.
I-
Because we heard your bartender.
Well, I think. All right, I took my AirPod out, and I thought that would stop it.
Ah, no, it didn't.
Sorry.
I think it actually made it
apologize.
worse. That's all right.
You don't need to apologize.
I didn't mean it.
I know, but don't Don't even give the illusion of apologies. You know what happens.
Yeah, it's true. Oh yeah. Immediately cancelled.
Exactly. You're a Scot. Have a backbone. You're one of the few with one.
Yeah.
So, the racists go on to
Yeah,
say
yes,
that although the worsening racial climate appears to power the diversity industry, a number of studies suggest that these initiatives can actually make matters worse by triggering racial resentment. No shit! You discriminate against people based on race, and then they resent you for it. How the fuck did you think that was going to work?
Really, I am shocked. I am the shooketh.
You are shooketh?
Really shooketh. To my core.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mine core. Think of the Google engineer who was fired for writing a memo deriding the company's diversity efforts. James Damore, say his name. Say his name. Say his name. He went on to file a class action claiming Google discriminates against conservative white men before ultimately moving to arbitration. They do? Like, what? Didn't they then go and audit the company and find that the men were being paid less than the women?
I did. It was either this. It was either the same or actually less, or that the men were paid less.
Yeah, it's embarrassing.
Is there any other kind with those people?
Yeah. And then they just waffle more. Yep, so Amazon donates 10 million to organizations supporting justice and equity. Is that a fucking Palestinian flag? Red, black, green, horizontal stripes. That's Palestine, isn't it?
I have no idea. Don't they have a mark in their flag?
I don't know. Let me have a look. They do, so that's some other bullshit.
Of course it is. NAACP.
Yes. Oh, it's the Pan-African flag.
Oh, right.
That's even worse.
We should have had Spoon here. He's good with that.
Where is Spain?
Yes.
He disappeared after calling Sargon a boomer on stream. In the Discord, I mean.
Yeah, he abused Sargon and then fucked off.
As he should. When
Oh.
Sargon boomers, he deserves abuse.
Oil, you are doing it properly. Avatars of hedonism. Yes, I like it.
Oh, that's it's my local. It's Cask. It's the bar.
See,
Nice.
where did it post
Cigar.
it? Oh, there we go. Oh, that's nice. Hey, your beard is starting to get back. Man, it grows quick.
Yeah. Well, I'm a man.
Yeah, you are. Man, I really want to try that. That looks nice.
What, the fruit one?
Both of them, actually. And a cigar.
That's just a little starter cigar for the day.
Yeah. So, apparently, after the company donated $10 million to absolute bullshit, their employees donated $8.5 million. $8.5 million out of the employees' money. The employees who are apparently being treated like absolute trash, if I remember rightly. So they say the inequitable and brutal treatment of black and African Americans is unacceptable. I agree, but who's doing any of it? Who's treating the black and African Americans? Of course they're different things today. So who's treating them inequitably and who's treating them brutally? Is it inner city gang members?
It could possibly be that. What are you talking about?
Yeah, student of history says Pan-Africanism sounds kind of like Nazism, socialism, plus racial unity. Isn't that literally just Nazism?
Very much. Or socialism,
Oh,
as we
yeah.
can also call it.
So, yeah, socialism plus racial unity. Yep, totally Nazism.
Essentially.
Student of history is 100% spot on.
Student's a good man. Good
Yeah,
boy.
Black Lives Matter. Okay, sure.
I just spit down my response to that.
Here we go. Black Lives Matter. That is what those are the. They can donate to the ACLU. Well, Black Lives Matter, the Equal Justice Initiative, assorted other bullshit. Yeah, so the ACLU that hates everybody to the right of Stalin. Black Lives Matter, the avowed communists that have burnt the entire fucking country to the goddamn ground. And I'll tell you later about how they're trying to make Black Lives Matter a thing in Australia.
Oh, God.
Yep. So they don't just waffle off. Yep, we raised the Pan-African flag on Amazon's Seattle campus earlier this year in partnership with some bullshit to honor Black history and celebrate the meaning of the flag. I'm sure the white staff were really happy to know that you think that they're inferior.
Of course. What else could you do?
Yep, so let's see. Diversity Inc., the failed promise of billion-dollar business. So this is the book written by the woman who wrote the first article we looked at.
Makes me want to vomit.
Yeah.
It's such a lazy fucking thing. That is the laziest book page I've seen my entire life. I could shit something out in half an hour that looks much better than that. God, sorry, I just had to rant. It's just everyone who grifts with this shit, they're so lazy. No effort, anything. No heart, no soul.
Yeah, it's just a massive scam. So let's have a look at Diversity Inc. themselves. Their mission is to bring education and clarity to the business benefits of diversity. The fuck are the business benefits of diversity? It sounds like spending a shitloads of money to have more people that'll whine at you.
Well, it's really beneficial if you're their competitor and you haven't done it.
Yeah. I wonder how that's going to shake out soon.
Thank you, Raytheon.
Yes, I'm sure all their competitors are going to be quite happy to know that, like, 20% plus of Raytheon's employees are useless.
Yeah, well, yeah, we're quite excited about it.
Yeah, wouldn't that be great?
I'd be recommending some people for the posts.
Nice.
Nice. So, these scum produce at least 3 diversity events every year. The Diversity Inc. Top 50 announcement, Women of Colour and Their Allies, and the Supplier Diversity event. Supplier Diversity event, yes. So, do business with black people instead of white people.
I found that interesting as well. Women of color and their allies. Does that mean that a woman of color cannot be the ally of a woman of color?
Well, I don't know. Women in general seem to hate each other, so probably.
Fact.
Remember that company
surprised
that
me.
decided that they'd have all their employees be women and then it collapsed because they wouldn't stop bitching at each other?
Yeah. Well, did anyone watch that film that I suggested?
Which one was it again?
No Men Beyond This Point.
No, I haven't
No,
seen
I
that
haven't
one.
gone
Sorry.
around to that one.
There's a bit in it where they talk about that. Because it's basically just women left. The whole planet has basically become one sorority house. So all their cycles have synced up the entire planet.
Oh,
So they
God.
have 3 days. So they have 3 days off a month altogether.
I've seen a trailer of it. That was really, it's pretty funny trailer actually.
Yeah, I mean it's not. I mean, it's not hilarious, but it's quite interesting. Their take on some of the things that is quite interesting. Yeah. But I wouldn't expect to piss my pants watching it.
Oh no, I just think it's like the calm type of funny.
Yeah, it's like a mockumentary. It's quite good.
Basically.
All right, so you want to hear an absolutely disgusting list of things? The anti-racist reading list, Diversity Inc. book recommendations for leaders. Now, being well-educated base bastards, you're going to recognise a lot of these books and the authors. Full
I
Dissidence.
like the one Chokehold.
We'll get to it. So, Full Dissidence, Notes from an Uneven Playing Field by Howard Bryant. Does it sound like a black name?
Not at all.
White Fragility by Robin DiAngelo. Why it's so hard for white people to talk about racism? Yeah, because we're the ones who ended it. Why would we want to talk about it some more? How to Be an Anti-Racist by Ibram X. Kendi. Yeah, go on, Drew.
I'm just wondering, since it talks so much about slavery and racism, it kind of makes me think that they're not angry that it existed. They're angry that we ended it. It kind of makes me think about that Boondock series,
Yeah.
when they're in the fields. They look like
I wonder how many of these books are ghost written, and by that I mean written by white people.
Probably all of them.
I'll be surprised if 20% is written by the author itself.
Yeah. There's another one.
That wasn't the joke I was.
Yeah.
That wasn't the joke I was making, but fair enough.
Another title: Opportunity Denied, Limiting Black Women to Devalued Work. No, I'm not in favour. That sounds awfully racist. Sounds like that's something they want to do. Or how about White Rage, the unspoken truth of our racial divide?
Nice.
You mean
terrible, horrible.
I just love the fact that all of these things assume black people as a monoculture.
Yeah, and that white people
like,
is a monoculture.
Yeah, it's just like, I'm not a Swede.
No, he left.
No, I know, but
yes,
I'm not.
oil's not Swede.
we have very different priorities and attitudes.
Well, not anymore.
Like
At
stuffing
least
the French.
the average Scot and the average Swede are pretty close together nowadays.
Well, yeah, they're bundles of states.
Yeah.
White Rage, you mean please no burn stuff? Yeah. And now the one that trims all right up. Chokehold, Policing Black Men. Have they considered committing less crime?
I mean, I just like that. I didn't finish it, right? I just said I liked one, and you instantly knew what it was.
Well, you actually did say.
I wonder if you just, instead of teaching people not to, attempting to teach people not to do crimes, what if you just taught them to comply with the police?
You are asking way too much out of a bunch of people who have no sense.
Well,
And by no sense and people, I mean the communists.
the leftists
Hey,
would
victim
never.
blaming, right?
Yeah, then the leftists would never try and teach them that because they don't think black people are smart enough to do as they're told. I know you want to, but please try not to immediately agree.
Oh. Okay, I'm just gonna cough. There we go.
Yeah. And then we've got brown is the new white, how the demographic revolution has created a new American majority. Well, that's fucking terrifying.
Is that not colorism?
Yep. Because all brown people
yeah.
are exactly the same.
Of course.
No.
Individuality doesn't work.
No, it's like the de-gaying of the LGBT, isn't it? I mean, the gays aren't gay enough anymore.
Probably.
Brown people aren't black enough. So. You're not, light-skinned mixed race people are not, don't suffer the same as black people do.
Of course not.
Yep, which she just knows leftist bullshit.
Priti Patel white, essentially.
Yeah. Because she's well-spoken and educated, which is an awfully racist opinion to have. But being well-educated and eloquent is a white thing.
How dare you?
Yeah, but that's interesting. If you can learn to be... Well, so what they're essentially saying is you can learn to be white, then, it's not very privileged, is it? If you can read a book and become white, it's open to everybody. We've got libraries, you can go get those books.
Yep. In fact, we'll even try and teach it to you for free if you shut up and hold still long enough.
Yeah, if you go to school.
Yeah, so...
Things like being able to tell the time and then act on that information.
Yep, and show up on time.
Well, that's what I'm saying, yeah.
Yep.
Again, asking a lot right now.
Yeah. And the last title that I really despise, Dying of Whiteness, How the Politics of Racial Resentment is Killing America's Heartland.
Oh, beautiful. I mean, you hate that? I love that title.
Go on.
It's great. I mean, that just shows you exactly what's happening. It's worse when they hide the stuff. Like when they're being just that open about it. At least you know where you are. I mean, this communist go, they're not very good at it.
Yeah. Well, reading's hard, and communists don't like hard things.
I've read Marx. Yeah, have you though? I think you've read some of it. Some bullet points you were given by somebody you know. You've read.
Exactly.
I do always feel that the people on our side of the argument are always actually much more thorough than the people on the other side. Because the people on the other side have so much support from their own people that they don't really need to read any of it. They just go, this, talking point, talking point, talking point.
Yep. Oh, there's some interesting names in Diversity Inc.'s top 50. So I'm going to skip some of the bullshit one. Some of this. Wells Fargo. Because you want your bank to be into this. Procter and Gamble. Well, we knew that.
Are Wells Fargo offering, better interest rates? If you're, in terms of reparations, they're taking a small percentage of the interest from the whites and adding it to the black.
No, they wouldn't give money away. Don't be ridiculous.
No,
they don't actually believe.
None of them actually believe. Ben and Jerry's maybe actually believe, but everybody else is virtue signaling.
Yeah. Well,
I even doubt they believe.
Yeah. One of the funny one on the list is the Kellogg Company. You know, the ones that don't like masturbation.
Yeah. I mean, can a company actually believe anything? I mean, a company in itself is not capable of belief.
I think they establish some sort of massive magical hive mind of telepathic presence. Sort of like the brain bug of Starship Troopers.
No, but I'm saying it can't be belief. It can only be policy. It can only be
Yeah.
a policy. It can't be a belief. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
You know,
but
this
you
is-
indoctrinate people
Unless
enough.
it's no, but what I'm saying is unless it's a wholly owned business where the CEO declares this is what I believe in. Otherwise, it's just a policy decision. It's a board voted policy decision, isn't it? I mean, Wells Fargo. You know how many board members? There's probably 20 odd board members. They must have voted.
Yep, and apparently not one of them turned around and said, how about we don't do this and then we give ourselves billion-dollar bonuses?
I have a
Well, they're
I
probably
have a
giving
theory
themselves
about
the
that.
bonuses anyway.
Yeah.
I have a theory about that. There's this one, you know that comic, right? There's this a lot of stupid suggestions after the CEO is like, "Oh, we need a new thing." Then you have one guy at the end of the
Yeah,
table saying,
that goes
"How
out the
about we just
window.
do something sense?" Yes, that is actually based on reality. I'm pretty damn sure.
Yeah. So, the name on this list that is actually most interesting to me, AstraZeneca.
Who are they again?
One of the companies making the vaccine for the coof.
Oh, yeah, they're those guys.
You know, the one that's allegedly killing Australians by the bucketful?
Yeah, isn't that fun? I have no idea anymore. I just don't care. So have any of you vaccinated? I just have to ask. Any of you vaccinated?
No, I've got an immune system.
Yeah. How about you, Oiled?
I am. Yeah.
You're vaccinated, yeah?
Yeah.
I got the I've been offered to be vaccinated, but I just stick to what I said. The vaccine is too young, so I don't feel like fucking taking it yet.
I didn't have a lot of choice really.
I mean, you are a businessman, and if you want to do your work and earn money, you really have to. So you didn't have a chance.
Yeah, there wasn't. But I got mine very early.
Yeah.
Because of the old national security issue.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what you taught people.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, good stuff.
Yeah. Hi, I hope you enjoyed this segment from the Sultans of Shadilay podcast.
If you like this segment, please click like, comment, and subscribe. Also, check out the full podcast in the description below.